Hey everybody, what's happening? It is 5 o'clock, so I'm like an hour later than I thought that I was going to be, but I'm popping on here live to see how everyone's doing. I might flip my laptop upside down. 1 second. Yeah, that didn't work at all. Just want to make sure that everything's good in terms of sound quality and stuff like that. So Taryn will text me if the sound quality is bad because she's already watching. Also, in this chat, we are raising money for two wonderful causes: one in Los Angeles and one in New York, that are focused on delivering full, nutritious meals to people that through this process are dealing with illness, combined with the fact that we're in the midst of a global pandemic, and they can't necessarily leave their homes to get good, solid meals. So we are partnering up with them. I found them through Fuck Cancer, and we're generating stars. And I think, personally, that over the course of this chat, which is going to be 1 hour, probably, I would like to raise 200,000 stars, which basically equates to $2,000 that we're going to be able to donate to these charities. We've already generated somewhere in the area of 580,000 stars, so we're 58% of the way through our first challenge, which is cool. And we're gonna keep going. Once we get to 1 million, we'll set another goal. And I will try to read your comment and give you a shout out if you send stars, for sure. If I don't, I'm certainly going to go through the leaderboard of people that have been donating through this chat and give you a shout out the next time that we come through. But don't have to give stars in order to listen and enjoy this chat. But just in general, I don't know. It's a cool thing to do, and it's a cool cause to get behind. So I appreciate and love all of your consideration thus far. Already up to $32.50. Thank you very much to Jessica Bartley. Hello from Virginia. My daughter and I are loving watching your live videos. That's very nice of you. Thank you to Christina Raymer, who just blew the roof off with 2,235 stars. Thank you to Raul Dalaki. Always like to help, send 1,000 stars. Thank you to Rivera Kathy, who sent 20 stars. Okay? Every little bit counts. Already barreling in on 10,000 to start this chat. Tanner Hanger says, these are horrible, horrible times. It makes me very sad. What do we do, Stephen Amell? Well, I don't have all the answers. That's for certain. I really don't. Drew and I did the podcast today. We were supposed to have Grant on. Grant hit me up on Sunday afternoon around 4 o'clock and said, look, man, I legitimately hate to do this, but I don't think that right now, with everything that's going on in the world, that right now is the most appropriate time for me to come on and chat for 45 minutes about, you know, all the wonderful things that have happened to me in my life. And you know what? As Grant usually is, thank you to Heather Mason, thank you to Michael Ewing, thank you to Haley Perkins, thank you to Cheyenne Poor. As Grant usually is, he was 100% correct. He was right. He was 100% correct. This was not the time. So Drew and I popped on, and Stephanie and James Howland, Jesus Murphy, thank you very much, guys. Drew and I popped on and we chatted. I also need to do a better job of listening when I'm doing these conversations. When I listen back to it, thank you very much, Christina Fawn. That's lovely of you. When I look back on these things, I do need to do a better job of listening, because I was noticing that I was cutting Drew off and like looking to ask a question, but then there was no question there. I'm improving as an interviewer, but you know, in general, you know, for me, I'm usually the one being interviewed, so it's usually more about me. I swear to God, this is real. I'm copying to this. I feel like that's okay. So yeah, but we chatted a lot about lack of leadership, racism, white privilege, ways to move forward. I made an analogy to the 5th season of 24, which I'm very proud of. And just in general, we had a chat because this is really sad right now. It's, you know, it's 5 after 5. Curfew in Los Angeles just started. Just past 40,000 stars, by the way. That's very exciting because we're just getting, oh my God almighty. Janella, Renee, Fulmer, your heart always in such an amazing place, and yet you have so many of us here to help you. Sending you love and light, and 20,000 stars. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, this is exciting. 2,000, 200,000 might not have been Candy Patel. What do you, jeez, come on, guys. This is really, really lovely. I am going to answer a bunch of questions while we're on here, but yeah, so Drew and I chatted a lot about just what's going on right now. You know, I had to go to Glendale today. I went to Glendale to, thank you to Jenna and thank you to Tina. I went to Glendale to get a COVID-19 test. I've been asymptomatic the entire time. I've been tested for the antibodies. My wife has been tested once for the antibodies and once through a medical service that we use in Los Angeles that is offering free tests. So if they are and you qualify, I qualified because I too much information, but this is what's going to happen if I'm going to live stream with you guys on a regular basis. I have been dealing with super sweaty night's sleep. Like, I keep waking up and I'm fully drenched in sweat. This is not specific to the past 10 weeks since quarantine and COVID-19 became a thing that became part of the public consciousness. It's existed well before that, but when I went on my Forward app, because we use this company called Forward in Los Angeles, they said COVID-19 assessment. And I clicked no to everything except, like, are you getting sweats or chills? Well, yeah. Thank you very much to Jeremy, and thank you to Randy, and thank you to Jamie from Pittsburgh. Oh, and thank you to Thomas Reed. Oh, thank you to all you've done for my fellow service members, and thank you for representing white humanity and dignity. Oh, come on, man. It's very, very nice of you. Thank you, Thomas. 75,000 stars already. That's significant. The one thing that I checked is I'm getting chills and I'm getting sweats. So I get a notification from them saying, you are eligible for a COVID-19 test. Oh, Justin and Iris, thank you guys. My goodness gracious. And Ayana and Judy and Tracy and Randy. This is flying in, guys. This is actually kind of really spectacular. So yeah, so I qualified, drove to Glendale, the mall was closed because of a lot of stuff is closed. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, Pedro. A lot of stuff is closed right now because people are just worried. If I were a mall in Glendale, I'd be worried. So they were closed, but a couple of nice security guards. I had to get my license plate and everything like that. They ferried me in and went up to the 8th floor. A lovely doctor stuck the Q-tip super far up my nose. And yeah, I got that test, but I'm excited actually to be, I assume that I'm negative unless I'm completely asymptomatic and have managed not to infect my daughter, our friend Mackenzie, or my wife, or any of my friends who have also had the test. So I feel good about it, but it will be nice to know. Yeah, but then thereafter, I drove back through, I could have gone on the freeways, but I wanted to actually drive through Hollywood. So I drove through Las Feliz, I drove through Little Armenia, and then I drove specifically down Hollywood Boulevard. Thank you to Jen, thank you to Katie, to Kristen, to Isabel, thank you guys. Almost at 100,000 stars. This is incredible because I feel like we're, what, 9 minutes into this? Holy shit. And it was really at Hollywood and Highland, which even if you don't know what that is, you'll recognize it because that's where the entrance to the red carpet for the Oscars kicks off. So even if you don't know it, you've seen it. Oh yeah, and Carol Tucker says, pretty sure they touch our brain. Yeah. Wait a minute, hang on, that's rude. Sarah said, now that you've talked with the Star CEO, how much notice are you going to get to start getting back in shape? Sarah! Talk about that in a second. Thank you to Kimberly Jesus Murphy with 6,400 stars. It's fantastic. 110,000 stars already. Drove back through Hollywood. It was really amazing at Hollywood and Highland to see National Guard, you know, at least like 12, 15 people. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Connie. Thank you, Oliver. At least 12, 15 people. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Rob. And my goodness, at least 12, 15 people with like fucking semi-automatic weapons. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Princess Samson. That's lovely. And thank you to Scott. It's just crazy to see. And then I purposely drove along Sunset because there was supposed to be a protest this evening at Sunset, and a sit-in at Sunset and Crescent Heights, which is basically right by the Laugh Factory on Sunset Boulevard. If anyone that's ever visited LA, you're gonna know the Laugh Factory, and you're gonna know that stretch on Sunset. It's right by the Chateau Marmont. It's very, very famous stretch. I know I sound like I'm doing a sketch of the fucking Californians right now. I promise you that I'm not. But you know, there were a bunch of protesters there because the actual sit-in got canceled. Thank you to Valerie and Lorelei and to Nicole. The actual sit-in got canceled. From what I hear, and again, this is hearsay at best, but from what I hear is because where the sit-in would have been at the mouth of the Hollywood Hills, and unfortunately, that's where the rubber hits the road, because you could light these fuckers on fire. It's been super dry. And if you started a fire at the base of the Hollywood Hills, it would be catastrophic. And there are kids in this neighborhood, and that, unfortunately, is where, you know, you think that protesters have seen, and well, not protesters, excuse me, but people that have been involved in vandalism and looting and rioting. If you think you've seen police presence, I would stay away from the hills, of Beverly Hills, of Hollywood Hills, of Franklin Canyon, of Coldwater Canyon. I'd stay away. You're gonna get shot and killed. Straight up. I'm sorry that this is taking like a little bit of a bend here, but if you're considering trying to commit arson in the Hollywood Hills, oh my God, Daniel. All right, we need to pause here. I have nothing. Daniel says, I have nothing real to say other than power to these organizations and to the people out there fighting for change. Thank you for your support and what you've done with your platform and privilege. And Daniel donated 100,000 stars. Whew. Jennifer Lashley. I mean, guys, this is mental. This is seriously mental. We might have to change this to like a fucking 1,000,000 stars just for this sit down. I'm serious. Don't go near the hills. Really don't. Any arson at the base of the hills right now could be utterly catastrophic. And if you do that, innocent people will die, straight up. Innocent people will die. Kids will die. Old people in their homes, they will die. It will cause it will cause billions of dollars worth of damage. And if that happens, there's going to be no inclination, from my perspective, for people to rebuild. I think everyone's just going to, if someone sets fire to the hills on purpose, I'm moving out and I will never move back in. That's where things are right now. And that's why Drew and I did this today. And that's why I'm doing this now. And to zip past the goal, Jesus Christ, to zip past the goal in, what are we talking about here, 14 minutes is pretty spectacular. Yeah, kind of at a loss for words, actually. Okay, I'm gonna answer some questions. We might have a visit from the Mavtron at some point. As a matter of fact, let me go check to see if the Mavtron is up for a visit. Hey, mini kiddo. Maverick. Hey, come on up here. Just want to do a quick visit by the Mavtron, just because we need to pivot and make this a little bit more I mean, we've gone over all the reasons that the world is terrible right now. My buddy Mark Bunting is watching. Hey, come here. I just want you to say hi to everybody. You're facing the wrong way. You're like Jim Morrison at the beginning of The Doors. Here, turn around. Oh, still. Hey, how you doing?
Wait,
give a thumbs up again. Give a thumbs up again.
There's too many duck and big ducks.
What?
Look.
Huh? We'll talk about it later. Okay, kiddo, go see your mom. Everyone loves the Maptron. Hey, do you want to say hi to anyone really quick?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Is there Terry on here?
Is there what?
Is Terry here?
Terry?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Terry?
Taryn Lee.
Oh, Taryn. Yeah, she's watching. Could you show the...
Can I say hi?
Yeah, just say hi to Taryn.
Hi, Taryn.
Okay.
Terry.
Could you shut the door for me, please? It's possible that she just saw the replacements that we have for her favorite stuffed animals when they get a little beat up. Fuck. Oh my God. Okay, all right. I'm gonna answer some questions now. The Maptron wasn't into it. And I might have just ruined her childhood. So let's pivot. And although I think that, I'm trying to remember if there's the add with right here. I don't think that there is. Taryn, if I have the add with option on the mobile app, just let me know how to do it, okay? Because I know that you're watching at this point. Okay, oh, hang on, wait a second, what's this? Aha! I found it. Okay, I'm actually gonna invite someone in right now. She doesn't know this, but it's been like 3 years since we met, and I wanna know how she's doing. This is exciting. I'm excited about this. I hope this works.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I am good. I'm so not ready to be on a camera, but there you go. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You know, you could have said no.
I would never say no for stars. Donate stars.
Hey, so this is my sorry, just my camera here. This is my friend. Where did we meet for the first time? We met like at a pub.
No, we met in Birmingham in 2016, but then it was the next year that we like became friends and met in a pub.
Cool.
And had drinks. I made it a tradition.
Yeah, it became a nice.
It's nice to speak to you. I've missed you this year.
I've missed you too. We're not.
I know.
It had been
We have to get
like
back.
5-6 years in a row.
It's been 3 years meeting in the pub.
Mm-hmm.
And then this year the world's not allowed that, but next year we'll do it twice.
All right, well let's chat offline. Good to see you.
Oh, it was really nice to see you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was fun. All right, now I'm actually going to get into answering questions, and I'll see if I can't add on someone. Although the sound was a little weird in that, but I have misophonia, so it's possible that. Oh, Jamie says, is she talking underwater? Hey, you give Catherine a break. All right, it's intimidating when a bunch of people are watching, and all of a sudden the person that's running the chat sends something like, "Hey, come on, love her accent." All right. Yeah, we definitely lost viewers during that process because apparently it was pretty choppy. But you know what? What are you going to do? Okay. Yeah, no, I get it, guys. The comments are delayed and the quality's not great, but it's fine. I'm back. I'll make sure that the quality's good from now on. And we're hurtling towards 250,000 stores. All right. Megan says, I want to read this one here, please. Come on. I'm in trouble with the see more option. So I can't read the entire question, but Megan says, been having some awful anxiety attacks due to COVID and the protesters. And then she just says, I appreciate it. And then I can't see the rest of the message. But you know what? That's totally reasonable. One of the things that Drew and I discussed today is I'm oddly calm during this. I'm super bummed out. And I think that should go without saying. But I am oddly calm. Thank you, Malia. It's very, very lovely. We're over 250,000 stars on this chat, and we're 20 minutes in. So to get 250,000 stars in 20 minutes, how's that play on? Well, maybe we get to 500,000. Who's to say? Oh, thank you. Yeah, Malia, that's nice. You miss Arrow a lot. Has other comments where I shared a few facts about the inequality in Canada. Interesting. Well, thank you very much, and thank you to David Thompson, who just donated 6,400 stars. Oh my God, I forgot where I was. Yeah, so, you know, I've been oddly calm during this process. I had my weak moments at the beginning of the quarantine. Weak. That's the wrong word. I apologize for using that because that's not correct. I just had moments where I was just bummed out. Really fucking bummed out by what was going on in the world and by the nation that I call home's response to it. But now I'm a lot more calm, which is nice. This is helping, actually. Doing something is helping. It really is, actually. But my wife and Drew's wife, and I think Drew seems pretty. Drew gets bummed out sometimes, and he doesn't vocalize it as much. It's not a critic. It's not. I'm not being critical. It's just his personality. And but he gets bummed out every once in a while. Thank you, Michelle. That's very lovely. He gets bummed out, and you can tell that he's bummed out right now. I'm bummed out, but I'm calm. I feel as though Cass is bummed out and a little on edge. So I understand those panic attacks and the anxiety. Like it makes perfect sense. It really does. It really does. Kate Oxford says, what are you looking forward to doing once everything is back to normal? I don't really understand that question, Kate. And I don't mean to be critical, but the reason that I don't necessarily understand it is what do you mean go back to normal? Nothing's going back to normal, straight up, like nothing. Everything's changing fundamentally everywhere. Every practice, every societal practice is going to, maybe not everywhere, but certainly in California, it's just going to go through it's just going to shift. It's going to shift. It's going to change. It's going to adapt. It's going to be built for the world in 2020, which is in the midst of a global pandemic, and that just changes everything. Do things relax over time? Of course they do, because of capitalism and because of things being in the rearview mirror and because there's not an imminent threat, et cetera, et cetera. Things relax. But there's no back to normal. There's sliding into whatever the new version of normal is. I hate the expression the new normal. It's just too much for me right now. But sliding into a new version of normal is what we're going to be dealing with. So what will I do when everything's back to normal? I don't know. I got a chance to go to a restaurant in San Clemente the other night. Went to a restaurant. It was nice. They sat us on the patio. The server wore gloves and a mask, which is going to be a thing for a very, very long time, and brought us food, and it was lovely. And it sounds like one of those simple things, but I enjoyed it. That felt normal to me. I was wearing a mask when I walked into the restaurant, so when I walked in, you know, you just why are we twist? We're picking now to twist, huh? Very good. So you walk in the restaurant and you just give one of these, and that's it. Although I did order some like nice vanity masks recently, which I was excited about. But yeah, that's it. Okay. It's really bugging me that I can't hit the see more. I'm trying my very best. So if you have a long question, like right now, Angie Campbell asked what I think was a pretty good question. You've been pretty good about being public and interacting with the fans. I'm noticing that so many more celebrities, and then I can't see anything else. Julie, shut up, Julie. Oh man, I'm gonna add you right now. I'm so mad at you. Hopefully this will work out. Thank you to Michael, by the way, for adding in 2,000 stars. Julie, if you're gonna make a comment like this, we're gonna have to connect. Clearly. Hopefully you have a nice internet connection. We're connecting with Julie. It's possible. It would actually be really nice to have her on here and to chat a little bit about the charities that we're connecting with. But it still says connecting, so you know, I'll believe it when I. Kate says I need a DMV fire dancer mask. I've got one coming with donuts on it and whatchamacallit, gummy worms, like the sugar worms. All right, I'm gonna disconnect Julie here. And I'm gonna try it again once she comes up. There she is. Try one more time here. We're at 265,000 stars, by the way. That's very exciting. Mercedes Burnside says, "What outside activities have you been doing? You look like you have some." Well, first of all, I've got a ring light on. Bike riding, not really bike riding. Doing a lot of here, Julie, because it seems like it's just not connecting. Do you have Wi-Fi? I might actually FaceTime her right now and just get her to talk about these charities that we're dealing with. Again, super high quality live stuff. But you know what? If I'm with you guys for 33 more minutes, then you're gonna have pauses like this. Like I'm not gonna take a bathroom break. I went before I started this, but yeah, I might have to the occasional moments like this. All right, hang on. I'm FaceTiming Julie. Here we go. Hey!
What's going on?
I don't know. What's wrong with your Facebook?
I don't know. You tried twice and then I clicked to join and it didn't let me in.
Yeah. Say hi to everyone. Julie's just chilling. Say hi.
Hey guys. It's so funny to see myself as I'm watching you online.
You look lovely. Do you have any filters on, or is that just you?
No, this is just my natural beauty, you know?
Yeah, I get it. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm in Miami.
Oh, that's nice.
After about like 6 weeks in Manhattan, I felt like
I fucking get it. Yeah.
I felt like it was time to make a little bit of a change. So in Miami and trying to stay low key right now and just doing what we can.
Got it. Hey, just while we have you, can you chat a little bit about the two? I mean, assuming that don't mean to put you on the spot. I have the information if you need it, but can you chat a little bit about the two charities that you guys have identified in New York and LA through Fuck Cancer?
Yeah, so we're working with these two charities. One is in New York, one is in LA. And essentially what they do is they specialize in providing food and meals specifically to cancer patients that are being affected right now with the pandemic and with COVID. So, for us, it was a really massive focus of ours, not only help our community, but help our community that is right now being affected horribly by what's going on in our world. So that's something that we've been funding, and we're actually going to be working with them and building out an even stronger campaign that's going to last for longer. We're just really looking to partner with them as much as we can now.
Well, you nailed that one.
Everyone should have access to a meal, so it's obviously a focus of ours. That's really important.
Well, also, and I've been explaining this to people, but this is the first step in like a multi-pronged version of the T-shirt campaign.
Yes. Yes, I actually had an email I was going to shoot you out today, but figured I'd wait a little bit. But yeah, I would love to. Well, what are your thoughts on that, Stephen? Not to put you on the spot. I have all the information if you need it, but
Yeah, thanks very much. I appreciate that. Well, I think that we should work on the stars here. I mean, we're hurtling towards 1 million stars. We might actually get there by the end of this chat. So I think we should start with that because that's money in the pocket of these charities. I think we should do masks. I think we should do hoodies, and I think we should do T-shirts. But I haven't had the inspiration for the design just yet.
That's okay. I think that's something that can come, and we can work on it. But I do think I know that your fans and our community as well are super excited about the 5th year. So I'm sure it's going to be. I'm sure it's going to leave an impact.
I agree. Okay, buddy.
Can you answer my question quickly though, and just let me know how often you watch your Survivor buffs? Like,
oh yeah. Never. I jump in the pool with them on every once in a while. That's it. That's the whole fucking thing. I swear to God.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. You enjoy Miami. I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Thanks so much, Stephen.
All right. Of course. Bye bye. Okay. Sorry. I know that that's not the best viewing experience. So I'm gonna take the last. Jesus Christ, 29 minutes of this. Holy shit. And we're gonna pop in the stars. I'll give you some shout outs. Julie just explained the 2 charities that we're supporting. And I'm really gonna focus on answering questions and trying not to go off on tangents. Oh, Jesus. Kimberly, thank you very much for 9,525 stars. It does help, so thank you. Noelle Jane Meyer says, everyone should have access to food. Too many don't, especially those in need and special diets. That's why we're doing this. Thank you to Isabel. Thank you to Miranda. Sarah is an ovarian cancer survivor. Congratulations, Sarah. That's fantastic. Ovarian cancer, that's just not a fun time. Angela says there are doorknob pullers or door pullers you can keep on your keychain. What the fuck are you talking about? Hey, by the way, if you have any ideas for the design for the 5th year of the Fuck Cancer campaign, the 5th anniversary, they say that the T-shirts do better when my face is on them, and it's not specific to my face. It's just specific to designs in general. The one year that my face wasn't on it, T-shirt didn't sell as well. That being said, I don't want my fucking face on it. I want it to be about the 5th year of the F Cancer campaign. Why did I say F when I said fuck previously? I don't know. By the way, we're at 278,000 stars, which is easily a record. Yeah, wow. By a lot, maybe double, frankly. Thank you to Karen. Thank you to Debbie. If you have any ideas for the design, thank you to Andrew, for the 5th anniversary of the Fuck Cancer campaign, send them my way. I just want it to be more. I want it to be more like something that you can mass market. Like I envisioned the number 5, not as a Roman numeral, just the number 5, and then like maybe a bunch of things populating the 5, or a bunch of things in like the nooks and crannies of the 5. I don't know. Terrence texted me, so that means that I might have done something horribly wrong. As we get through this chat right now for the live, I want to give a quick shout out to the people that have really balled out on this one. Jamari Beltran, Justin Roby Gums. It's a good name. It's a good last name. Liz Morrison, Janelle Renee Fulmer, and Daniel Quazar, who again just fired away with 100,100 stars. So that's something. It's really something, actually. Love drinking, Jolene the Queen Weller says, love drinking red wine in quarantine. Any new goings on with Knocking Point? Well, today's June 1st. We're running the Founders Club. So at any point in time, if you sign up at knockingpoint.com, there's a link at the bottom right here. You are going to get 3 bottles of wine that we've never released before. I believe at least one of them is red. I should know this right now, but I don't. I'm sure that Karen will email me and tell me what's going on. But there are brand new wines in there, and at least one of them is red. But you can sign up there, get free shipping. Becoming a member of Knocking Point is the way that you should do it if you're interested in our stuff. Daniel says, I do design stuff. I take a crack at a short design, especially for Fuck Cancer. Okay, Taryn, let's get in touch with Daniel, please. Daniel, check your other inbox on Facebook. You just donated 100,100 stars. And if you want to crack at doing this design, you be my guest, my friend. Thank you to Elizabeth Allman. Thank you to Tisha Cole. Thank you to Kellen Reynolds. Thank you to Terry Gaillard from France. And anyway, Eva says, are there any hard stunts you had to do in Code 8? Yeah, I did all my stunts in Code 8. That fight that we have at the end of Code 8, if you haven't seen it, we're fighting the Rhino character. That guy was a stunt performer, and we specifically told him, don't take it easy on us, which may have been a mistake, because 2 hours into the day, I was like, oh man, I wish he would take it easy on us, but he didn't. Robbie really balled out on that. He had to put a back pad on, but he had to get slammed on that table repeatedly. All I had to do was, get fake punched, use my TK abilities, and I did have to crash into a toolbox or something like that. And of course, I hurt myself. Want to know why? Because I'm an idiot. That's why. So Lucy says your face needs to be on the t-shirt. No sense if not. We love you. Really? All right. Mark Adrena, thank you very much. Marie Cousino says make a design contest. Done. Fine. Now, obviously, my buddy who donated 100,100 stars gets first crack at things, but fine. We'll do a design contest, assuming that he doesn't nail it. If he nails it, then he gets it 100%. Thank you to John. Eric says only 10 left, then they're gone. I don't know what that means. A little hello from Australia, from Scott. Kristen says, I wish I could donate more. No. Okay, do me a favor. Never say that. There's no bad amount to donate. One of the things I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do another raffle like we did back in the day. Thank you to Nikki. Oh, she's an Angelino. Stay safe, okay? I'd like to do a raffle for a wine design because I think that and a Walla Walla trip because I think that it would go a really long way. We actually for the All-In Challenge, we had another person step up and also offer $35,000. So we're going to end up raising $70,000 for the All-In Challenge. That's very exciting. It's very, very exciting. Yeah. Good times. Why am I reflective right now? I feel very reflective. Okay, I got it. Okay, guys, I get it. I've got to put my face on the shirt. I understand. Even Martin says, hi, Stephen, I'm working on a project. Would you be able to help? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Just pop it back in the comments and let me know what the project is. But be concise because I can't read long sentences because my iPad is possessed by whatever took over Linda Blair in The Exorcist. Thank you to Taryn. Thank you to Tina. Thank you to Lydia. Please make a design contest. And could you give a shout out to my son, Chris? What's up, Chris? Hope you're doing well, man. Okay, it was Pink Wine for Dudes, Real Talk, and KDH in the May Founders Box. No, that was the May Tastemakers Club, Aaron. And that was because in the beginning part of this pandemic, we were able to maneuver a little bit with quarantine wine, but it was very, very difficult to bottle other stuff when it wasn't as large an order. So we took 3 wines that had never been in the Tastemakers Club before and we put them in there. That's not what's in the Founders Club this month, although I'm surprised that Taryn hasn't texted me yet. It's possible that she has. No, she hasn't. Hey, Taryn, if you're reading this, I can also just text her. What's in the Founders Club? Okay, thank you to Jessica. Megan had a COVID test on Memorial Day. Didn't get the results until yesterday. Luckily, it was negative. Good for you, Megan. I get them like either Wednesday or Thursday. Francine likes the buff, that's for sure. Oh, and a happy Monday from Belleville, Ontario, from Laura Lee Hopper Jinx. I like Belleville. I've been to Belleville a bunch of times. Miss you, man, from Christopher. Hope to see you again. Another Canadian con in the future. Me too, buddy. Tia Tidwell says my wine literally just showed up. That can't be the Founders Club. I don't think. Thank you to Nora. Shout out from Tennessee. Hope keeping safe. Green Arrow, best superhero show ever that's ever been. Thank you very much. Liz says hello from Arkansas. Kate Oxford says you helped me through cervical cancer and leukemia, and I'm still fighting. Well, Kate, thank you. That's really lovely. We're at 295,000 stars. Elizabeth says hello from Newfoundland, and I hope that you're safe. Eric wants to know, have you ever revealed your Get Fit tips? Yeah. They tell you that you're going to be on a giant billboard, shirtless, and then you let fear take over. Thank you to Mariana. Wants to know if I'd ever film in New York again. In a nanosecond. My favorite place to film in the world. I cannot wait. to go back to New York. Thank you to Stephen. Oh, hang on. This is a great question. Connie says, Connie asks good questions. If you had to choose Blue Jays or LA Rams, can only watch one for the rest of your life. Shit. Thank you to Stephen. Thank you to Anne. We're at 300,000 stars. That's significant, guys. That's $3,000 to charity in 42 minutes. God damn it. The Blue Jays have a very special place in my heart. They will always be my first love, and I will always love them. But I picked the LA Rams. I'm so sorry. I really am. I love baseball so much, but you're talking about 162 games. I love the Blue Jays more than I love any team in the world. But I love football more than I love any sport in the entire world. And if I couldn't watch the Rams, then I don't really get to watch the NFL. Because what am I going to do? Am I going to fucking ignore the Rams when it's going on? You know what? This is a bullshit question. And I'm very mad that I electively answered it. Still can't do the Seymour. Okay. Bugging me. All right, let me scroll down to the bottom here. All right. Shannon says, thank you for being a hero to my students. They're fifth graders from Orlando, Florida. Well, listen, Shannon Zeminski. Hey, if you cross Miss Zeminski, you have failed this classroom. Got you, Shannon. Thank you to Desiree. Rams uniforms, worst in the world or worst in the universe? You know what? The logo's bullshit, but the uniforms are actually pretty cool. And I think they're actually going to go with the stadium, believe it or not. Like, the whole sleek, like, chrome deleted aspect of it, the matte aspect of it, it actually works. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it actually works. Thank you to Catherine. Thanks for using your platform to fundraise for charities. Well, thank you for the 4,587 stars. I want to know how you came to that number, but, okay. Favorite MMA fighter from AJ Rivero? It's John Jones. I love John Jones. Thank you to Ann. Thank you to Isabel. Thank you to Firefly. Diana Flett Olivo says, any new TikToks in the works? Yeah, I did one when I was like driving home today. Like I was at a stop sign and it was shit, so I just didn't publish it. Tamara says how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know. I think they answered that in the commercial that played 9,000 times before there was a global pandemic. Debbie Ming says Casey Chiefs all the way, baby, from Missouri. I get it. Sue wants her grandkids here to listen to me because they would absolutely love you. I mean, do they know me? Why would they? How old are they? I've got so many questions, Sue. So many. Okay, hang on. Where are we here? All right, we got 15 minutes. This is good. This is good. Now, Terrence is hitting me up right now. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about calm down and figure it out. Okay. All right. So, in the Founders Club, we've got the Mavi Alexandra Jean Amell white wine. She wanted it to be a phoenix because of Harry Potter, so it is. And she wanted the back label to say, I like this because of Harry Potter. And we were like, no, you can't because Warner Brothers and, copyright, whatnot. She's like, yeah, but that's what I want. So it says something else, but it's a phoenix. We've got the new pink wine for dudes. Very exciting. And we've got Adam Carolla's wine, which was previously in the Tastemakers Club. It's called Right on Red. It's a lovely red wine. So that's our red for the month. Yeah, that was in the Tastemakers Club. And again, I think that by July, and certainly if not July, by August, we'll be back to normal. But again, like we said, there were real difficulties in terms of bottling wine and producing new wine, because it's not as though we prepared these boxes like 2 weeks ago. No, it's something that we discussed back in like November or December of last year. So yeah, there we go. Daniel says that the challenge is accepted for designing something, and it'll have something ... real good. Okay, thank you to Kevin Albert. Jeez, man, 8,000 stars. That's fantastic. Oh, this is from Connor the Cutie. In my profile picture, you were gonna hold him, but he was too shy. Yeah, he was a good guy. I like Connor. Okay. Marie Eve says, when are we getting the coffee club in Canada? Right now. You can have it right now. From my perspective. Thank you to Nikki. Thank you to Mio. Davis has been mulling over joining the quarterly. It's good, man. I saw like an advertisement for a wine club that was promoted on my Twitter feed today, and it was like, you guys, 6 bottles of wine, $120 value, $34. No, that's whatever. We put in 3 bottles of wine that should all retail for at least $30 plus goodies. We always blow out the December shipment. Yeah, it's an awesome club to be a part of. The packaging is cool. You can order more than 1 box if you want. Just save some. I don't know, but it's fun. It's the from my perspective, it's the Cadillac experience if you're becoming a Knocking Point member. Jason Phillips says The Rock or Stone Cold. The Rock. Jamari, can you give a shout out to my son, Savion Valencia, whose birthday is coming up on June 17th. He's turning 9 years old. Savion, happy birthday, man. All the best. 9's a good year. 10 next year. First full decade, almost in the books. Janelle Renee Fulmer says, what new pet peeves have you discovered while being locked down? Let me think. Steve Martin tweeted something, and he said that during quarantine, and I'm paraphrasing, there's a 95% chance that someone is in the kitchen and they're exactly where you want to go. Pet peeves, huh? One of my pet peeves is I'm going to try not to go too deep on this one. I don't like sliding dates. I think that companies and governments and people are, school boards are just saying, yep, June 1st. No, not June 1st. It's not June 1st. You don't know. Just say you don't know. It'd be better if you just say you just don't know, but people don't want to say they don't know. So they say June 1st. Sorry, I'm getting sweaty. So I'm literally like, I'm de-shining myself, which is how it's going to work when I go back to set because makeup artists aren't going to be able to come near us. Oh my God. I don't like people attaching dates to anything that's more than 10 days in the future because no one knows shit about what's going on, period. That's my opinion. Further to that, I don't have any time for people that aren't truthful during this time. I've got no time for bullshit at all. I have zero fucking time for bullshit because what ends up happening is, you know, if I ask someone something, like for example, my wife and I, we started to hang out with friends again. If they have a negative test, if they've been observing social distancing, if they've been being safe, because the world's not changing for 18 months and I miss hanging out with people. So we typically do it outdoors. We try to maintain social distancing, but again, we try to do it outdoors where all science points to the fact that it's almost fucking impossible to contract the virus unless someone sneezes in your mouth. If I invite you over to hang out, there's no wrong answer. It's a yes. Yeah, I'd love to. Great. See you soon. No, I don't want to. It's not something we're comfortable with yet. Great. Let me know when you are. Fuck off with the maybe. Don't give me the maybe. Please. Like, yeah, we'll think about it. No, you won't. You know what you have nothing to do. You have nothing to do right now. You know what the answer is. You know the answer to this question. Deflecting right now is a no, but it's a no in the way that losers say no. Just say no. That's my pet peeve. We're in the midst of a global pandemic. I can handle a little bit of honesty. You want to hang out? You do? That's awesome. You don't? That's fine. I'm getting fired up. I'm getting fired up. Danielle says, Daniel, I'm sorry. I miss going out and drinking and socializing. I'm a social person. I feel like I'm in prison. No. If you were in prison, you'd feel like you were in prison. I get it. But I've shot in a prison before. And just shooting there, it was a county jail in New Orleans. I spent a day in that fucking place, and I have the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. Oh yeah, okay, people are doing this, great. I'm glad. Yeah, Kate, yeah, I don't maybe people. If I don't want to, I ain't gonna, and you'll know. Oh man. Oh, okay. I'm glad that people are into this. That I appreciate that because I gotta tell you, like, God damn it, I hate the maybe. I really, really, really hate the maybe. You know, we've got friends that we got like 7 minutes left here. So if you're gonna get in stars for a very good cause, we've certainly gotten enough in already. I want to be honest. We're at 326,000 stars. That is mental. I can't wait for the first chat that we have when we literally generate 1 million stars. It's going to be exciting. Why do I keep losing my points? Oh yes, friends of ours. We have friends that are open to the idea of if someone's been tested, if you know that you've been quarantined, if you know that you've had no known exposure to COVID-19 cases, if you know that just you're completely asymptomatic, you know, you essentially enter into a social contract because I believe in my friends and I believe that none of them want to be the reason that our entire family and our child get infected, right? I'm willing to have that faith. Sorry to be a little bit, this sounds dire, but for fuck's sakes, I don't want to be part of the maybe crowd. We have friends that are cool with it. Come on over, hang by the pool, let's hang outside. Let's barbecue, let's stay outside, let's eat some dinner, let's chat. Janelle! Thank you very much for your 19,425 stars. It's pretty rad, Janella. That's pretty rad. We're 346,000. Just mental. Just absolutely mental right now, guys. 5 minutes to go. Here we go. We also have friends that are like, nope, we haven't left the house. We haven't. Thank you to James. Thank you to Isabel. Isabella. Isabel and Ron and Joseph. We haven't left the house. What do you mean? We haven't left the house. You haven't gone to the grocery store? Really? Yeah. You haven't gone to the grocery store? No. Wow. Okay. Sure. I mean, okay. Really? Yeah. Okay. I don't judge anyone's process through all of this. I don't. Why would I? That would be stupid. But there are different levels of comfort that people have subscribed to, and you know, you can't force people to move faster than they want. I'm of the opinion that the world is not really going to change in any marked way in terms of how we're like going out and reintroducing ourselves into society for a very long time. So eventually, from my perspective, those people are going to have to take the first step, but they can take it when they're goddamn well, good and ready. Good for you. Do your thing. Feel comfortable. Sleep well at night. I wouldn't want anything less for someone. Nathan says, Stephen, I'm a kid with Crozen syndrome in your show and Oliver Queen. You've been an inspiration for me. Hey, big man, Nathan, I don't actually know what that is. I'm sorry. If someone wants to explain it in the comments, that would be great. But I'm glad that Arrow's done something good for you. Sarah says, I haven't gone to the grocery store and I don't know that I ever will again. I'm in love with delivery. Sure, fine, good. Yeah. Chrissy says, people judge me going to the store in my scrubs. Fuck them. I haven't worn shorts. Hang on. Sorry, guys. We've been going on 57 minutes and I'm getting a little tired. I haven't worn pants since March 14th. It's the best. How long can I keep this going? I don't know. I just went on Nike today and ordered a bunch of ACG shorts, cargo stuff. I might never go back. We had a couple of people on the crew on Arrow, principally my buddy DW. D-Dubs! Who always wore shorts, period. Unless it was like a night shoot and it was going to rain, and then he wore his Arcturix rain gear, whatever. But yeah, I might stick with shorts for the foreseeable future. Terry Gallard says, I met the Team Arrow except for the Arrow himself. Do you have plans to go to Paris? Yeah, sure. I love Paris. Mio's laughing at me. I don't know why. Michelle says, my sis has designated herself as our gopher, so I haven't been anywhere since March, but my dad has COPD. Okay, again, I can't fucking read more than it's pissing me off. I'll figure this out. Thank you to Joe. Thank you to Tracy who logged back on to get a shout out. Thank you. Thank you to Ron. Nathan says, I'm a teacher and I did all my Zoom tutorials in shorts. Good work wearing pants. Michael Palmer says, pants are overrated during a lockdown, and he get 9,500 stars. Thank you very much, man. Christopher Hill says, you're more down to earth than most of the celebrities we see nowadays. Sure. Okay. Lindsay says, and this might be a good place to end off now that we're at 3:59. And thank you so much to everyone. Taryn's blowing me up, so I must be missing something. Oh, we actually have hit 1 million for our first goal. So we want to do 200,000 for this chat and 1 million overall. So that's exciting. We've hit that goal. I obviously need to immediately transfer that to 10 million, which I will do once we're done with this. Okay. Lindsay Dobbs says, I get weird looks when I go places with my mask on. Sorry, I'm not risking my asthmatic self for others. Okay, so this is where the rubber hits the road. Wear a mask. Take your own advice. Wear a mask. No, wear a mask. Seriously. Just wear a face mask. What's the problem? Buy a cute one. Go to Etsy. Go to Amazon. Go to BuzzFeed and find the 25 places that are selling the coolest masks. Wear a mask. Let people give you weird looks. And I know this because I used to give because at airports, Asian people predominantly wore masks. And I know this because I gave them weird looks. I did. I thought it was stupid. Guess what? I was totally wrong. I was utterly wrong. It was stupid. It was stupid and it was ignorant and it was a byproduct of just not understanding people's desire to not have other people cough in their fucking mouth. Wear a mask. You might as well. What's the problem? Get a weird look? Fine. You know what you're not going to get? Sick. So wear a mask. Thank you to Chelsea. Thank you to Christopher. Thank you to Anne. Terrence got a Harry Potter mask. I got one. One's a lion. I think one's like a ghost, like a ghost guy. I couldn't even get the most popular ones. They were all sold out. I can't remember the name of the company. I'm gonna check it out after I end up here. Donuts, sugary worms. Let people give you dirty looks. Let them. Fuck them. Pardon my language, but fuck them. Seriously. If you have to go out in public, are you going to feel safer in a mask? If the answer is yes, then wear a mask and don't care about what anyone else says. And if you live in a state or a place where they mandate that masks are mandatory, then wear a mask. If you don't, frankly, you're no better than some of the people that are purposely disobeying orders. Like there's a curfew in LA. That's why I'm at home. Wear a mask. Don't worry about what anyone else says. All right, guys, this was amazing. Listen, 375,000 stars. That's $3,760-ish raised for charity, for two really good charities. Thank you to Catherine, who had the stones to hop on here. Thank you to Julie, even though she needs to update her Facebook app, and it's clear that she's probably using an old version of software on her iPhone. One of those people that like has 92 apps that need to be updated. Drives me crazy. I don't think that we'll be back with a podcast tomorrow, but I will be back at some point tomorrow morning to chat with you guys. Thank you to everyone. I'll give a shout out to all the top people that donated. And I'm excited for the design contest for the Fuck Cancer campaign. You can watch this. You can continue to donate stars. We raised a bunch of money for charity tonight, guys. I love you. Thank you. And